quarantine, right? Alright, hi everyone. So today I'm going to be making a soup, just kind of from what I found laying around in my cupboard. And yeah, so there's not really going to be a name for it. Just going to call it Q-teen soup because, you know, these are the times that we live in now. So, also, stay tuned and you can see my cat play with some garlic tips that he found very fascinating. So, with that, let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna add garlic, of course, because garlic is great for your immune system and it just adds a lot of flavor. So I'm gonna peel that, put it into my compost bowl, and then chop it up. Okay, and then so after I got it all chopped up, I just put in a little bit of olive oil into the pan where I'm going to be making the soup, and then I poured all of the garlic into the oil. That way I could saute it. Okay, so after letting the garlic saute for about 3 to 5 minutes, I added in some of these bouillon cubes. They're the garden veggie flavor, which I really love, and they're super easy to use. So I just put 3 of the cubes in for 6 cups of water. And then after I put the water in, I'm just going to stir it around a little bit and then wait for the water to boil so that the cubes will fully dissolve and mix up into the water, making our veggie broth. And then after that fully dissolves, I am going to add in some barley, and I didn't really measure it. It was probably like a cup and a half maybe. I just really like to add either barley or quinoa, sometimes rice, or maybe little noodles to soup. It just makes them really hearty. And then after letting the water come to a boil again with the barley, I added in this frozen bag of veggies, which is a mix of carrots and celery. It's just really great for soups, and I had it in my freezer, so I figured why not. Along with that frozen bag of veggies, I also found some yellow corn in my freezer, so I dumped about probably a quarter of this bag in the soup as well, just to give it a little something extra. And then once I had gotten the bag of corn out, I realized that my cat was very interested because he loves vegetables. Every time I'm in the kitchen, he likes to come and play with them. So I gave him a little kernel of corn to play with for a while. And then, yeah, he sniffs it, and then he went and played fetch with it. This is what we do now. After adding in all the veggies, I also decided to add in one of these cans of navy beans just to give the soup a little more protein. Then to give the soup a little more flavor, I decided to throw in a few of these garlic tips, and I'd never actually used these before, but I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Pike's Place Market in Seattle. I was getting my produce the other day, and one of the men told me that I just had to try them, and so he just gave them to me, and I think I'm using them right. This is what Google told me to do, is just cut like the middle part of the stem. If any of you know that this is not the right way, please let me know down in the comments, but they really give the soup a nice garlicky flavor.
3.
Okay, and then last but not least, spices. Now, the only two spices that I ended up using were thyme and oregano, but you can really do whatever you want at this point. I would also recommend sage, but I did not have any, unfortunately. So after you include all the spices that you desire, the soup should be just about ready to go. And so I decided to dish some up, and my mom and I had dinner together.
What do you think?
It's delicious.